All right, we're here, and I have a pleasure of hosting one of your leaders, a Mwanya Gatinge leader,
Yes.
who is aspirational, has everything that you would want in your leader.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself too.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome back here. My name is Roselidah Nyaberi, and I'm aspiring for presidential seat. And you're all welcome to join me here.
All right, Rose Leader, tell us a little bit about your career and why you want to be in the set. I'm so excited to have you in the studio.
Oh, thank you. I have been having a passion of leading our community, and actually, I'm a leader in the Pasi Foundation, which is all up of us in Minnesota. And now I wanted to reach out to the whole community, the whole Kisi community. Wherever Omogusi is, I want to bring them together.
Can you please explain a little bit about all of us in the community so that you know everybody is in the same page?
Yeah, so for those who don't know where Basi is, Bobasi is in Kenya and is a constituency. So Mwenyegetinge entails all of the Omogusi in Minnesota. That's where the name Mwenyegetinge comes from. So like we are combining all of them, but me, I was born in Bobasi. Yes.
Why are you so passionate? Before I go back to your bio, and I'll switch around, but why are you so passionate about being in a leadership position? And what is your drive? What is it?
Actually, Dr. Judy, mentioning about leadership, it didn't begin now. I've been a leader ever since I was born. I don't know how to explain it, but I found myself a leader. All the way from school, I was the head girl wherever I was. I was the leader for volleyball. I like sports, by the way. And my daughter is taking up. She plays volleyball and basketball, and she's the best. So actually, yeah, I have the passion to serve. So
Mhm.
wherever I am, I find myself being leading or giving guidelines. And that does not mean that I do it myself. I involve everybody who is around me. So there's no way I can lead without people who are with me.
Okay. So do you understand about Mwanya Gatinga and the past and why we're looking? For me, you know, I want to know what your agenda is. And what is your agenda?
So actually, when I moved to Minnesota, that's like 15 or so years ago, wherever I was working, I found like there were Kisi people there, and they told me that we have a Mwenyegetinge organization. And I was asking, what is that? Because it's like, I heard that name for the first time, and I'm a Kisi, by the way. So they told me that this is an organization that is in the US, in Minnesota, that is bringing all the Kisi communities together. And one of the things that enticed me or something that brought me closer to them was the benevolence. They told me that they have something like benevolence in case you have a like an occurrence, maybe
Thank you
someone
for
dies.
explaining that. Yes.
Yeah, so it makes you feel like there's a
Hmm.
support team somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm here to support people, and I'm here to welcome everybody so we can work together.
Okay. So here, now there is the benevolent that you talk about, right? So that's what enticed you. I mean, what do you think about Wanyagetinga in terms of performance? Like, you know, they enticed you in,
Benevolence.
yes. And then have you been able to actually been a beneficiary of that? And you know, how does that look like? And what protocols, what guidelines do you guys go to? And you don't have to answer all the questions. Yeah.
So all I know is like Mwenyegetinge had a benevolent, and I was a member of Mwenyegetinge and a member of benevolent. But over time, I don't know what happened. It's no longer there. And so one of the things I want to bring back is the benevolent. You know why? Because it brings us together. You know, once you have a problem and you see people coming and they help you, you feel like it's a burden that is lessened. So we don't know what happens about our life. Many times we have our relatives pass or we have some problems in the community. And when I see some people come together to help one another, it gives me joy. I feel happy helping. So I feel like if we have the benevolent revived, it will be one way of reconnecting back together. That's one of the things that excites me.
So, as a person who was so enticed, I mean that's how they pulled you in, right?
Yes.
But I'm gonna ask you this. So, what if I organize an event and I'm not a member, but I'm gonna participate in that event just to make sure I boost when you're getting up. I mean, what's your take? What's gonna be your take on that?
You know what? Bringing people together is my passion. Now, talking about having an event, that's the spot. That's where I like to be. So, one of the things that I want to bring in is to bring our youths together. And you know, the youth like to be together. Like during the time of COVID, so many of them were depressed, they were so challenged because they like being together with others. But because they were not able to do that, it was affecting them mentally. But one of the things I want to bring up is that the youth they have some things they want to share to us, but they don't know how to bring them. I'm gonna be their spokesperson because when they tell me we have a talent, we have to come and show our community, we'll bring them.
Hmm.
We'll have social events for them. We need to have somewhere for them to come and show what they can do. And they have projects. They don't know where to share the project. But if we have somewhere like the Manyagitinga, we organize somewhere for them to come and show and tell us what they want to do, then they'll be happy to come in. But because now, whatever, every time when they come, when you want them to come,
Hmm.
they don't come to.
Hmm.
Can you hear me okay? I'm told I'm far from the mic. I
You're
think
very
that's
soft
better.
spoken. I thought I was, but you know what? Give him, good, give him. Trend that
I
cousin.
got this.
Yeah, you got this,
Yeah.
girl. Uh-huh.
So another thing I was saying is that the youth are left behind. And you know, I'm raising teenagers. I have children becoming teenagers soon. I need them to be in the Mwenyegetinge and I need to give them something to do. They have talent. They play music, they sing, they have other things, they do sports. I want them to come and show us what they can do. And us as a community, we need to support our children. So those are the things I want to emphasize. Like we need to encourage and nurture our youths and bring them up. We don't want them to die like they don't know what they're supposed to do. Like those who are suffering with depression, we need to mentor them. We need to talk to them. I'm in the psychiatric mental unit doing minors practitioner. My passion is to know that how are the youth being brought up? How is the community suffering mentally? Because you know everybody has his own mental illness. But for us to be happy, we need to bring the awareness. So that's one of my passion. I want to bring awareness to the community, mental health, even those substance abuse. You know, I want to touch base on those, and that is my focus.
You know, I agree with you like 100%. Because one thing that I've seen that is neglected is the fact that, you know what, from Kenya, we could watch soccer,
Yes.
and okay, here we call it soccer, but
Yeah.
you know, in Kenya they call it football. But how many kids, how many coaches, how many people are out there actually volunteering, doing the work?
So our young people, they are ready to volunteer and work. If only we can be their friends. And the only way we can be friends to them is to encourage them. We tell them, this is what you guys have done from the past and you can do it. Show the community what you can do and they will come up. So there are so many soccer players I know. I know so many basketball players, and I know so many volleyballers. My daughter included. She is going to a tournament right now on Wednesday, and a lot of them I see them out there, but because they don't know what our community does, we don't know them. We don't know what they can do. They have a capability to serve.
Okay. You're so passionate
Yes, I am, especially with
about
the youths and the
with the youth
children.
and everything. Yes, because when you talk about these games, then we look at LeBron James, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to break it down, not today, but please explain to me what went so wrong. Why don't we even have a basketball court in any counties? Okay, what basketball player do you know is
Maybe
called?
maybe that's where we are failing. That's where we need to come up because
Okay.
they can play, but we don't give them the opportunity to play. Where are they gonna play? If we have like those social events we organize as Mwanyagetinge, they'll be able to come.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take you back.
Hmm.
When you organize those events with Mwenyegetinga, right?
Yes.
I mean, what are you gonna do different? Because what I've seen is a mass disaster. And I'm sorry to tell you that because for me, I call a spade, not a big
Yeah.
spoon. One thing that we have to do is look at when I plan an event, what should I do, right?
Yes.
I mean, we were watching the Super Bowl yesterday, right?
Hmm.
If somebody comes limping, what do?
We should have a team that is ready to help those who maybe fall or if they get injuries. We should have a way to know where they should go. I know where you're coming from because there was an event that was organized and one of our own youth volunteered and he was injured. Unfortunately, nothing much was done about it, and it's kind of heartbreaking. And I don't want something like that to happen again. If we had an event, I know many of us, I know there are nurses with among us, there are nurse practitioners among us. We have people who can do first aid and such like. And those people, they can lead. If there's a problem at the game, we should have a team that is ready to serve and tell them this is where we go. If there's an emergency, we rush them to hospital. It's not only like the community has to pay something. All of us can volunteer and help out. So it's kind of unfortunate that this thing happened, but I pray that nothing like this happened again when I'm in the office. So before an event happens, I'll make sure that we have a backup on everything.
So, what are your biggest, like, what are your 5 points? What are you gonna hit on? Because here, there's so much happening. There is domestic abuse. These are issues, of course, with people coming from Kenya and not knowing what the society expects them to do. We have drug abuse, drug substance, and we have our kids who are way smarter than we thought there would be. You're like, yeah, I'm not smart parent from Kenya. So what are you gonna do? What are your 5 big points that you're gonna hit on?
Okay. I haven't shared my manifesto to you, and it's like you're attacking me, but those are the things I'm going to work on. I don't know how you knew about that, but in my manifesto, that's what I'm going to work on. We are going to have a team that is going to make sure that whoever is coming to settle in Minnesota
Yes.
has a comfortable way to start from or where to start from. By that I mean if someone comes from Kenya, we're going to identify who is a student and who has come to work and who is supposed to be in this field. So we are going to identify those areas. We are going to have a committee that is going to work on how to help those who come to our state or here in Minneapolis, wherever we are close, settle down. So that's one of them. And another thing I'm going to make sure is that whoever that is able to work
Mhm.
gets a job. related to what he likes. Like me, I was a teacher back home, but when I came to the US, I was told the only way you can be happy or work in America is to be in the healthcare. So softly, I drifted from teaching to healthcare.
Softly,
I know
please, no,
so.
tell us. So, what does softly mean?
I know so many people didn't know about that. But yeah, it happened. So when I was told, oh, nursing is the only thing you can do in the US that can give you money. So I changed my career from teaching to nursing. I started working as a nursing assistant and did my nursing, and I'm progressing though. But I like it because when I was young, I had a passion to help. I'm very my one of my biggest weakness is being so over generous and helping too much. So yeah, that's one of the things that I like doing, helping. Yeah.
I mean, you're so you're powerful, and at the end of the day, if there's somebody who can tell us what to do and they've done it, then you know what? We're right here behind you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like the support because once I'm in the office, I don't want to work alone. One of the things I want to tell you is that I like transparency and I like to be accountable, and I don't want to work alone. I want to include everybody. So that's why I'm headed here because I know some things have been done that were not done the right way, but we want to bring them back to the line, you know, like including everybody. Do you know why I'm saying that?
We have to be inclusive.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes. And
And and by saying that, I mean like I have a team that is going to work with Mwenyegetinge, and being the president, I'll make sure that all the county representatives are going to be heard because they are the hearers. They hear what the community want and then they bring it to the table. So we have to hear everybody what they have to say. We include everybody. Yes.
so, quick question for you.
Yes.
With everything that you're doing, and Mwana Gitangi has been associated with going to matangas and contributing. What is your take on if we try to help somebody who is going through a current situation, instead of waiting for them to die, then we show up in large numbers? What's your take on that?
One thing we need to know is that before something bad happens, we have to be prepared because we never know about tomorrow. It's good to be prepared. What if death catches you today? Or what if something bad really like maybe I'm crippled or an accident or something happens? So in my team, we are going to have a team that is going to work with the leadership, hardship. By that I mean that we have so many challenges that come to our community or to ourselves. We have immigration issues, we have those substance abuse, and like drug abuse, things like that. There are some people who are in trouble because they were driving while they were drunk, and when those things happen, what happens? They're just by themselves. Breaking the law, you find yourself alone. But as a community, we are here to help one another. So I'm going to have a team that is going to help us with the hardship. Yeah.
So, another question for you. So, we are changing from a system from Kenya to here, right? Man was so used to be like, here, I am the man, right? With all the accolades that you have, you went to school, right? So, okay, story for
Okay, I hear you. But I'm going to encourage every woman, every lady who is in school to work hard because we can't just say like men should lead and women should follow. All of us can work hard and we can achieve. Yes.
Thank you so much. You're Amazing. And I'm here to just bring out that next leader.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
And
very
even
much
for
for the
you, your
support.
competitor, I'd love to interview you both and see where we go from here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm ready anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.